you are somebody that not only is celebrated by us but the larger community in the country.
We were taught to work very hard.
Hmm.
My mother would say, "रोज गड्ढा खोदो, रोज पानी पियो."
बहुत सुंदर
रोज गड्ढा खोदो, रोज पानी पियो.
25 years back, that's kind of schools that we expect are the schools that produce IITians and medical doctors and prepare them for entrance examinations. When you say Gurukul, it's a very very deeply significant word.
This is a school with a heart. This is a school that looks beyond. This is a school where schooling for tomorrow, schooling from tradition.
I think this bonds them together and gives a sense of community.
I cannot tell you how many children, the ex-students come back to only have meals with us. कि मैम वो जो बैठ कर खाते थे ना एक साथ, वो मैम कभी जो ऐसा था जैसे फैमिली एक साथ बैठ कर खाती है.
How important is it to build that culture and have that murmuration in your institution?
When you go and start putting systems in place, don't like it. They don't like it at all.
What is success for you as a school?
आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी, एक कहानी पढ़िए. It's called तोतार कहानी. पढ़िए.
Hi, this is Ankur Vora, Intersect by Masters Union podcast series. This is season 2. I am really honored and happy to have with us today Ma'am Seema Sapru from the Heritage School, Kolkata. Ma'am has been one of our staunch advocates and supporters from our inception at Intersect. I remember Ma'am was here at Intersect 2 and spent a couple of days with us, and now she's back for our Intersect Delhi meetup. Really excited and looking forward to having you with us today, ma'am.
Thank you, Ankur. We too looking forward.
So, ma'am, I mean, you are somebody that not only is celebrated by us, but the larger community in the country. I mean, your work at the Heritage School, Calcutta, I mean, for 2 decades, 20 years, you have with the institution. I think you have been the principal from the first day, and I have had the honor of visiting your school a couple of years back, and me and Swati were there, and the students and teachers and the way you gave the campus tour, but showed us even the playground and how you have planned the playground, and then took us around the classes and how the classes have been planned. And for us who are very big at learn by doing and experiential learning, I believe we found an instant connect. And when you walked in and you told me, I am taking all your students away, and you already have 5 students here that have reached out to you that we are at Masters Union, we love to meet you. So that was just such a music to my ears, and I said, wow. So, we are resonating at institution level, and more importantly, even at student to student level, where we have very close collaboration with you, you yourself, and then the institution. But I just wanted to take this opportunity when you are coming back to us to also understand a bit more about your journey of becoming the Seema Sapru that we have come to celebrate today. Uh, we have had 42 podcasts here in the past where we have had school leaders, we have had university vice chancellors, we have had business people who have come in and shared their own personal journey and stories. And generally, that has given us a better understanding of that person that we meet at conferences, but very often, or very rare, should I say, we get an opportunity to know more about that person and the journey that they have taken to become who they are today. So this is a moment for us to do that. I'm honored that you accepted our invite and you are here. So we'll start with your, we know you as the principal at Heritage School, Kolkata, but today we want to just go back in years and want to understand, your family background, your early childhood, your early education, some of those early impressions that have stayed with you.
So I come from a very, very small town. I was born in Punjab. I'm a Kashmiri Pandit. So we used to go back to Kashmir. All the our summer vacations used to be spent there. But I was born in a very small town called Jalandhar in Punjab. And my father was a banker. And my grandfather, I must tell you, he had done his MSc in mathematics, my grandfather. So he thought nobody in the world knew anything but him. So he used to think, I mean, my father was a banker, but he thought he did nothing much in life because he hadn't done his MSc in mathematics.
Okay.
So that it was equivalent to a degree called Wrangler at that time. So he'd done that. And then, of course, my father was a banker. My mother, who's, I think we've inherited a lot from her as well, because she was the most calm, composed woman who would work day in, day out, sit, at the bedside and then read a book before sleeping every single day.
Wow.
And she made sure that she would be at all times making the right kind of healthy snacks and healthy food for us, that even today all of us in the family were a joint family. So there was no concept of cousins and everything else. We used to be a whole lot of children, whole lot of people in the family.
So your early school education was in Jalandhar?
Yes, in Jalandhar and then in Jodhpur.
Jodhpur.
My father was posted in
Okay.
Jodhpur after that, and then he was posted in Saharanpur,
Okay.
which is
Uttar
in UP,
Pradesh. Yeah.
Uttar Pradesh. So we were in the smallest towns possible. So we went there to school, but well, yes, my parents were very progressive. They sent us to the best schools wherever possible. So we went there, learnt all our good things, bad things, whatever. We were naughty. There used to be cows and squirrels and dogs and monkeys coming to the house, because we used to have big houses, because in small towns you have big houses. And then you become so much a part of the trees, this, that, and the other. And we used to go cycling, we used to skate, we used to do all kinds of things. I've had the happiest childhood possible. I've had a wonderful childhood. There was no pressure, nothing. But yes, once again, I would say my mother would sit in Vajrasan she could sit for hours in Vajrasan throughout the day. And she used to do her Anulom Vilom, even at that time. और मेरे नाना भी करते थे. So I still remember, those are very, those memories, come flashing back to me, and I'm so proud of, being from that family. My mother never ever raised her voice on any one of us.
Okay.
Never ever. Never. And she would just look at us with that eye of,
And you had siblings?
yes, we are 7 of us.
7. Okay. And
So
she
we
didn't
had
scold anyone?
never,
7.
never. So we had, and then we had lots of cousins as well.
Okay.
A whole lot of us. So we were brought up in that atmosphere. In fact, when I got married and I went to my husband's house, so he told me, he said, why don't you, lock up the house? And I started crying, because we had never seen a locked up house.
Okay.
भाई घर बड़े बड़े होते थे,
हाँ.
बड़े शहरों में फ्लैट्स होते हैं, छोटे शहरों में तो बड़े बड़े घर होते थे, गेट्स वेट्स लगे रहते थे. हमको घर बंद नहीं करना आता था. ऐसे घर कैसे बंद होते?
बताइए.
क्योंकि छोटे छोटे शहर है ना, मैंने बताया तो छोटे शहर के लोग, इसलिए हमारी जो आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी सिंपल मिडिल क्लास बैकग्राउंड, एंड we were taught to work very hard. My mother would say, रोज गड्ढा खोदो, रोज पानी पियो.
बहुत सुंदर.
रोज गड्ढा खोदो, रोज पानी पियो. ये सब होना चाहिए.
Those core middle class values.
एकदम मिडिल क्लास वैल्यूज हैं, and I'm very proud of my
of
middle
that.
class values.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much. So Saharanpur.
जी.
So you did your
पढ़ाई करी,
schooling.
हाँ,
and
schooling,
then
college भी वहाँ करा.
Okay. And what did you study at college?
I studied MSc in chemistry.
MSc in chemistry. तो आपको शौक था साइंस का?
बहुत
अच्छा.
शौक था, बहुत शौक.
So BSc and then MSc.
BSc honors and then chemistry.
Chemistry.
MSc chemistry.
And
I got my 3rd rank in the university also.
okay,
So
third
मैं
rank.
अच्छी थी, पढ़ाई में अच्छी थी. I was good in studies. We were all very good in studies, because we had this the focus was very very clear
Hmm.
कि अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो, अच्छे से मेहनत करो, सब मेहनत करो, मतलब मेहनत करने का जैसे
And which college was this in?
It's called Maharaj Singh College,
Maharaj Singh College in
affiliated to Meerut University.
Meerut University in Saharanpur. Wow. And third rank आपका आया.
हाँ,
तो साइंस
बुरी नहीं थी मेरी पढ़ाई में।
तो बहुत बहुत ही अच्छा है मैम.
हम लोग सोफिया कॉन्वेंट में गए बचपन
अच्छा,
में।
सोफिया कॉन्वेंट.
सोफिया कॉन्वेंट में गए, फिर सेंट मैरीज में पढ़े।
ओके
सेंट मैरीज में 11-12 मैंने करी,
ओके.
और फिर उसके बाद यहाँ गए महाराज
गॉड
सिंह
ब्लेस
कॉलेज।
सो उसके बाद आप केमिस्ट्री साइंस इसमें इंटरेस्टेड थी. देन व्हाट ब्रॉट यू टू टीचिंग? मतलब टीचर का पहले से सोचा था कि आई वांट टू
बिल्कुल सोचा था।
अच्छा.
You see, I was would you believe that during summer vacations I would collect exercise books of everybody in the neighborhood, and at that time time ऐसे थे कि we used to have
This is 80s,
this
70s,
is late 70s.
late 70s.
Okay, so mid 70s, late 70s, हम लोग क्या करते थे? सबकी exercise books I would collect and I would start correcting them and signing them.
Okay, as a teacher पहले
As
से
a
आपको
teacher,
शौक था.
as a teacher.
हाँ.
And then and they were all corrected notebooks.
अच्छा, they were all corrected notes.
They were all corrected exercise books, but I would collect them and then again, give my smiley and give my very good and whatever my signatures. So I used to do that from very beginning. From the very beginning, I used to do that. Anyway, so शौक बहुत था पढ़ाई करने का, पढ़ाई करने का.
Okay.
उसके बाद when I finished my MSc in chemistry, I was called by my St. Mary's, my own school, to teach there. So I taught for about a year and then got married. So I met my husband. He was at that time posted in Patna.
Okay, and he was working?
He is working for Tata Steel.
Tata Steel.
So उनके साथ शादी हो गई पटना में. अभी आगे सुनिए मेरी कहानी.
बताइए बिल्कुल.
पटना में शादी हुई. So I immediately went to teach there. I said साहब पासी में डॉन बॉस्को एकेडमी थी, डॉन बॉस्को में पढ़ाने चले गए. थोड़े टाइम बाद my husband said I'm getting transferred to Bangalore. ठीक है, तुम बैंगलोर चले गए. बैंगलोर में I gave birth to my son, and then of course he was continuing to work there. Then I started teaching there in Baldwin Boys School.
Okay.
उसके 2-3 साल बाद my husband told me हम तो अभी कैलकाटा ट्रांसफर हो गई है. अच्छा, तो वहाँ नौकरी छोड़ दी, तो कैलकाटा आ गए. कैलकाटा में I started teaching in La Martiniere, in St. James's, and then St. Thomas's Girls School. वहाँ पढ़ाया. फिर 4 साल बाद my husband said I again got transferred to कानपुर now. तो कानपुर चले गए नौकरी छोड़कर. कानपुर में 4.5 years रहे. So much so that I was the head of Department of Chemistry, and then I became the vice principal
In
there.
which school? In Kanpur?
It was called Dr. Virendra Saru Public School.
Okay.
It's a very good school.
Okay.
ICSE school.
Okay.
So anyways, so हम वहाँ से निकले. वहाँ पर I was made the officiating principal in my 4.5 years. पहली बार जिंदगी में एक कार आई.
अच्छा.
मेरे नाम की, मतलब
Okay.
अभी तक तो हस्बैंड की गाड़ी में घूम रहे थे.
हाँ.
So I cannot tell you, my delight was that there is a car that is in my name. The car used to come for me. And then biggest moment for me was कि जब मैं कहीं गई, तो there was with my name, there was a plaque for my name which said कि there was a car waiting for me.
God bless you.
सीमा
So
सब
those
के
are
नाम से.
those are absolutely, it comes all from our, I mean, I come from middle class background. Those are our first, I think, kind of things that we aspire for, and
एकदम.
this is what we have now. We have started arriving at what we are good at, and the society around us is
So my
recognizing.
husband always had cars and
समझ
this, that and the other. उनके पास गाड़ी वाड़ी सब थी. मेरे पास नहीं थी. मतलब I used to, and I never thought that his car and my car was something different.
Yeah.
मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था.
But then also,
लेकिन जब
you're-
मुझे गाड़ी मिली मेरी,
Absolutely.
तब पता चला कि मतलब हस्बैंड की गाड़ी में मेरी गाड़ी में फर्क होता है.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I mean, and you're absolutely correct, and that would have signified to you much more than just a car. It has a complete
it's about self-esteem.
self-esteem. Yeah.
It's about telling my parents कि आप आइए हमारे घर, मैं आपको अपनी गाड़ी में बिठाऊंगी.
Hare Krishna, बहुत सुंदर. So that's really nice. Thank you for sharing that. And So you taught and then you became a principal,
I
officiating.
became vice principal.
Vice principal.
But then after that, my husband said the moment I became the vice principal
In
and
Kanpur?
officiating principal,
In Kanpur?
my husband said he's got transferred to Calcutta.
अच्छा बहुत ट्रांसफर हुई सर की.
हाँ, तो हमने फिर कलकत्ता चले गए अपनी नौकरी
You
छोड़
came
कर
back to Calcutta.
कलकत्ता. उसके बाद कलकत्ता में 2 साल कलकत्ता इंटरनेशनल स्कूल में पढ़ाया.
Calcutta International School.
मैं पढ़ाया और फिर St.
And you were
Thomas's
teaching
Boys.
chemistry?
I was teaching chemistry
Wow.
everywhere.
Okay.
And then वहाँ पे 2 साल बाद उन्होंने कहा कि मेरी अब ट्रांसफर अहमदाबाद हो गई है. फिर हमने
Wow.
फिर छोड़ दिया.
So I think your average tenure every school was 2 to 3
2-3 years है ना. फिर हम अहमदाबाद चले गए.
And then also you joined
Yes,
school there?
I joined a school called Eklavya.
Eklavya, I have heard about it. It's a very nice school. Eklavya तो बहुत ही अच्छा.
It's a wonderful school. It was very far from my home, so I couldn't continue. So I came back, and then I started. I joined a school called HP Kapadia. So where they made me the principal of the school. That was my first chance
SB
as a-
Kapadia in Ahmedabad.
in Ahmedabad. It's a very good school.
And which year was that?
This was in 2002-3.
2002-3.
3.
Okay.
And then my husband said he's going to be transferred to Delhi.
Oh my God.
And then
Transfer.
I joined. I came to. By then I was like, थोड़ा सा अच्छी हो गई थी तब तक. मतलब people knew a little bit about me that I was okay kind of a teacher. So then there was this. I don't know if you are familiar with GEMS, Global Education Management Systems, which is a Dubai-based organization.
Yeah. We
So
know
जो
James
Mr.
and
Varki.
Sunny Varki, and
Sunny
I have
Varki,
met Mr. Sunny Varki. We had
Yeah.
with Dr. Raj, Vice Chancellor Jindal. We had
Okay.
hosted at his home for lunch.
So I
dinner.
worked with GEMS
So,
for.
and then Mr. Francis, who heads James School
Yes,
in India,
yes,
he has
yes.
been at Intersect 4. He was there.
शशांक वीरा उस टाइम जो आप शशांक को जानते हैं? शशांक वीरा.
Shashank, I don't know, but Francis and
अच्छा.
Francis sir के साथ अच्छा है. अभी
अच्छा.
last month only we
Okay.
had a meeting.
So Shashank was looking after the India operations at that time.
Okay.
And Shashank is from Doon School and then from Oxford and Cambridge. So he, in fact, I got to know him a little and then I'd applied for this job. So Delhi पहुंच गए फिर. दिल्ली आ गए यहाँ
And
पर
so-
कोठारी इंटरनेशनल स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल बनी थी.
Kothari International, Noida.
नोएडा.
Yeah,
उसकी
yeah.
मैं I was the founder principal.
Founder principal at Corvus, a very nice school. And James तो वैसे ही बहुत
हाँ,
अच्छा
तो
group है.
जेम्स से ट्रेनिंग जो जेम्स की हुई मेरे पास वो मेरी I mean that is what has made me what I am today.
And having, I mean, just to add to this James group, because I was in Middle East.
Yes.
So I have lived in Dubai and then
Yes,
traveled
yes,
all over
yes.
GCC.
Yes.
I've been to about 30-40 GEM schools. I think
Oh,
all of
yes.
them are amazing, and
Modern
the
English.
culture and
Yeah,
and
Modern
many-
School Dubai is
Modern
a-
School Dubai and
Nargish Khambata is the principal. तो
James
आपने
Modern
John-
Academy.
Yes,
Nargis
yes.
ma'am has hosted us, and then
Yes.
अभी at Intersect 5 we had the Millennium School Dubai की principal हमारे यहाँ
आप माधव राव को जानते हैं? मिस्टर माधव राव
माधव राव जो
जो इसमें थे our own
on English High School.
our own in Dubai.
Oh, I don't know him
They,
personally.
almost 9,000 he had in his school children.
James तो phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
So James तो
तो
अब
मेरी जो
ट्रेनिंग हुई वो
training
जेम्स
हुई है
में
ना
आई
वहाँ
कैन
जेम्स में
अंडरस्टैंड कि वो तो फिर वर्ल्ड क्लास है. So then, so how long you were at Kothari? There's a
I think 3 years.
3 years, and then another
Four-
transfer.
Then another transfer to Calcutta.
Calcutta. अच्छा अब आप we will enter Calcutta. I hope now we are entering Heritage School.
Yes.
Now for where you have been for last 20 years now, 2 decades. तो अभी transfer नहीं हुआ.
अभी नहीं होएगा इसलिए क्योंकि my husband retired about
अच्छा
a
retired.
few years ago. My husband is retired now, and because Calcutta is the head office of Tata Steel,
अच्छा.
so he was there
There. So
till
then you
till
settled
he
there.
retired.
So
So
tell
now
us
we settled
now, we enter the heritage story. I mean, 20 years, 2 decades of this phenomenal institution that you have built in Calcutta. I think you celebrated
25 years
25
recently,
years. I
yes.
was going through your website
Yes.
and lot of the things that I read there, I will talk about them in the later part of our conversation. But let's begin with the heritage story. How did this happen for you?
So there are two of the trustees. There are 22 people who joined, made a group, and they thought that they had done very well in the city of Calcutta. They'd come with very little money, but they made name, fame, everything they got in Calcutta, and they wanted to give back something to the city of Calcutta. So they decided, they held hands, and they decided that we'll give Calcutta a center of excellence. And then they came up with this idea of making a school. So when the school was being made, of Of course, they thought it should be like a Gurukul school.
Okay.
And that was the basic idea
So
in their
the
mind.
Indian knowledge system and
Indian knowledge systems we do. Indian knowledge systems has come to as a cliched kind of a word, as a statement. Now, in NEP and everything else, we keep hearing about IKS, IKS. This is 25 years back, they thought of Gurukul system. And this is when I was here in Kothari International School. At that time, there's one Mr. Kishan Kejriwal and one Mr. H.K. Chaudhary. They both of them had come to Calcutta and they were looking for a principal and they'd heard about me. So they came to school to meet me and they couldn't because they were in somewhere they got stuck. So फ़ोन पे बात हुई उनसे, उन्होंने कहा कि हम आना चाहते हैं और ये वो आपसे मिलना चाहते हैं. And I was such a fool. उस टाइम तक मेरे हस्बैंड की ट्रांसफ़र नहीं हुई थी कैलकाटा. मैंने कहा कि नहीं मेरी तो अभी मैं तो अभी नहीं जाऊंगी, अभी तो मैं यहीं रहूंगी. And after 6 months, my husband says, we are going back to Calcutta. Then I got in touch with them and I said, are you still looking for a principal? They said, yes. So then they had the CEO of the school, Mr. Pradeep Agarwal. He came here to see us, to meet us. He came to my house, he came to the school, met up with everyone. And मैं उन्हें लेकर गई घुमाया.
So this was happening in Kothari.
हाँ कोठारी
में आए थे.
हाँ कोठारी में ही आए थे because I had told my gentleman, Mr. Deepak Kothari, पानपराग वाले लोग हैं.
अच्छा, I didn't know that. अच्छा.
ये पानपराग वाले लोग हैं. But such wonderful people I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Mr. Deepak Kothari and I are still in touch with each other. Whenever he comes to Calcutta, he comes and meets me.
Wow.
And
Genuine people, honestly.
very good people.
Very nice.
Very generous with. आपको जाके देखा आपने कोठारी इंटरनेशनल स्कूल अंदर से?
No.
जाके देख कर आइए.
Okay.
क्या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है.
But I've heard good things about it.
It's a good school.
So then, so this was happening. आपने उनको meeting हुआ आपका. Then heritage happened for you.
हाँ, heritage happened for me. I went there and I, of course.
So this was a school being built from ground up based on Gurukul system. And so you had been a principal at Kothari and उससे पहले भी officiating principal का आपको
उसके पहले भी I was a principal in HP Kapadia.
HP Kapadia वो आपको experiences थे. So what was your vision when you were tasked to build this institution? And I know from a fact that you are such a, I mean, let's put it an outlier in the education system that we have. I mean, general education system. I was sharing a few anecdotes with you even today in 2026. What we are facing, but let's say 25 years back, the kind of schools that we expect are the schools that produce IITians and medical doctors and prepare them for, entrance examinations. What was and when you say Gurukul, it's a very, very deeply significant word. And so, what was your plan to bring in this culture of Gurukul to the school, and what was those initial years like for you to build up heritage?
So you see, what happens is when the school is run by a consortium, a cohort, maybe a group of people, 22 people. So that group had a very clear vision. And that vision was, in fact, they translated it to me and they told me that, look, this is a school with a heart. This is a school that looks beyond. This is a school where schooling for tomorrow, schooling from tradition. This is a school which has a different kind of an ethos. This is a school which the motto of the school was Atma Deepa Bhava, which is be your own light. So what I had learned over these years is that whenever you take a decision, you go back to your ethos, you go back to the school vision mission. Go back, look at it, and then take a decision. And also, one more thing that I wouldn't say that leadership can never be singular. So leadership is when it's not that you lead and the others follow you. It is a team of leaders, all of us sit together. And I can tell you in my 19 and a half years that I've been there, This is my 20th year. I haven't completed 20 years as yet. So, not one decision has been taken by me alone. So we always get together, meet up. Either you convince me or I convince you. But when you go out from this room after all the arguments that we've had, we speak the same language. That's very clear. So we have, I would say now in the school, if there is a primary school, there are, of course, they're named coordinators, primary school, middle school, pre-primary school, this, that and the other. They may be called coordinators, but they're actually working independently. And they all take their decisions. All decisions, once again, we have a group. Whenever we have to do something, we all sit together. But it's not that I take a decision. Never, ever. And I will never do that because I realize that, unless you listen, deep listening has to be there, whether it is your management, whether it is your students, whether it is your teachers or your parents. My children have been asking me for the last few months as to why we allow girls to wear earrings and not boys.
Okay.
So I told them, I said, you come up with a valid solution and we'll think about it. Not that I'm going to allow you just like that. You give me a reason, we'll do it.
Present your argument.
You present your argument. We don't have a problem with anything. But everybody has to be then again, your parents should be willing. Your teachers should be willing. And what is our discipline policy? Let's take a look at that. Let's go back to the vision. Let's go back. What are we going to be doing? Are we doing the right thing as per the vision of our founders? So there's a reason why we do something. You see, there are very unusual things that we do which no other school does probably.
Yeah, please tell us. I mean, we'd love to know. I mean, I had a question around hallmarks of the heritage community. We can talk about that.
See, when they started the school, they said, see, the rich and famous and the movers and shakers can come to your school. But if there is no humility and if there is no respect and gratitude, you're not a human being.
Yeah.
So then they decided that these children are going to come in their Mini Coopers and in their BMWs and in their Mercedes and this, that and the other. So it has been made compulsory for everybody to come in the school bus.
Okay. Compulsory.
No child can come
Oh, wow.
in his or her car.
This is unique.
This is unique. So we have about 85 buses in our school.
85 buses. Yeah.
And there are 3-4 trips that are done because one level of children go back home at 12:30. Another level of children go back home at 2:15. And another third level of children leave at 3:45.
And how many students in the school?
3,600 plus.
3,600 plus. So all of them use the buses.
Everybody uses the bus.
Compulsory.
So what happens is these are very nice, comfortable buses, air-conditioned buses. Everything is fine. But then, somehow you become equal among equals.
Yeah.
You're an equal person. You don't show off your car. No flashy cars in our school.
Yeah.
No chips and no aerated drinks are not allowed in
Okay.
the school. Meals also, nobody is allowed to even bring a biscuit at school.
Okay.
Breakfast and lunch is compulsorily given to everybody in school.
Okay.
So there is this French company called Sodexo.
Yeah, I know.
So Sodexo is the one who has been doing it from the beginning. Of course, RKHS was there when I'd come here. So 5-6 साल के बाद से 20 साल से भी Sodexo
is taking care of that.
Taking care of this. And so there is breakfast for about 5,000 people because there's admin staff, there is teachers, about 350 of us, and this, that, and the other, and 3,600, 700 children. So, and then Didis, Ayas, this, that, and the other, everybody, driver, everybody eats there. So, if you go to the school website, you'll see there's a menu.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's for breakfast, that is for lunch. So, And then there's a snack given to them when they board the bus. So there's a fruit, there's a snack, and there's a drink that is given to them just before boarding the bus. So that happens for them. And all of us, I mean, I'm very proud to say, no, not proud, what is so special about me as such. I sit with some children every day and I sit and eat with them. So there's nothing very special being cooked for me or for anyone.
Same
Same thing. All teachers are sitting with those 25 to 30 children. We have a very, very specific number. We don't go beyond 30 at all. So it's generally between 25 to 30.
In a class.
In a class. And there are two teachers, one class teacher, one co-class teacher. So this is how we are with them.
I think this bonds them together and gives a sense of community, apart from, yes, makes them equal among
I cannot tell you how many children, the ex-students come back to only have meals with us. कि मैम वो जो बैठकर खाते थे ना एक साथ, वो मैम कभी जो ऐसा था जैसे फैमिली एक साथ बैठकर खाती है.
राधे.
जैसे घर में
can already visualize it. I mean, just to have this every day.
हम तो रोज सुबह बैठ के, हम तो रोज खाते हैं बच्चों के साथ बैठकर और वहीं पे बैठ के बातें करते हैं बच्चों से.
बहुत ही सुंदर. So I think that comes to the core.
So there's not just economical. It's not just economical. It's about environment. It's about fuel consumption. It's about the gas that is leaked everywhere, carbon footprints. It is also about traffic. कोई गाड़ी नहीं आती है, buses ही आती हैं.
And it just and I think it builds the community beautifully for you and the heritage. I mean, those are that
we all love each other very much.
I'm sure. I mean, and that comes to the quote that I read, and I actually now I'll keep it with me from the book The Culture Code by Daniel Coy, where you talk about murmuration, and I loved this quote. I mean, I'm in my own journey, so many schools, so many conversations that I have with school leaders. This was a very, very nice, and we keep talking about developing the school culture and that is the most important. I was at IIM Ahmedabad, I was telling you last month, doing that strategic school leadership program. I know you have also done it. And one of the sessions was about developing the school culture. How do you develop the school culture? And what is it? So when you can talk about this quote and why did you put it on the website? So it's such a nice quote, but also about, I think a lot of things you have already talked about, building that community. But how important is it to build that culture and have that murmuration in your institution?
So I think initially it takes time because your management has to trust you. Your teachers have to trust you. So initial years were very, very challenging because you see, when you go as a new person from Delhi, you go there and there is a set thing and people who are there from the beginning and who start owning that place. Because, in the beginning, there are very few people, they start the school and they start owning it, and they did a wonderful job. They were doing fantastic job. And I was very fortunate that they accepted me. However, what happens is, it is not just about Heritage School, it is everywhere. You need children to start a school. And then you don't see the quality so much. You wanting to, initially you wanting to have children, otherwise how do you prove yourself?
To sustain, start, the wheels to
how
start
do you
moving.
Prove yourself? That, fine, I have 10 children, now I can prove that, these 10 children who were probably not very good students, I've turned them into absolutely brilliant children. So now 10 will become 100. So the initial bit was tough, very, very tough, very challenging to, because these were children who were, some were very good, some were not very good, some were, difficult to handle. However, I think what helped was, because initially when you were doing only this, systems are not in place at that time. And I was very fortunate to GEMS.
Yeah.
They had taught me a lot of things. So I could start putting systems in place. And even if there were systems, implementation, and I wouldn't say that those people weren't implementing them, it does become difficult because it's a brand new school. It's a fledgling school. So how do you start, thinking that everybody would believe in whatever you say? No, it doesn't happen.
And then to have the approach you have had, the consensus approach where we sit on a table and we argue, and then we after we close that argument, we pick or decide on what is the next step, and then people come to a consensus and we speak in the same voice. But it is difficult to come to that level, right?
Yeah, so proof the pudding is in tasting it, in
Tasting,
eating it,
yeah.
and liking it after that.
Yeah.
So, how do you go about it? So, initially, when people say that, when you go and start putting systems in place, people don't like it.
They don't like it.
They don't like it at all. So, you start doing standard operating procedures. You make that, and you say, fine, if this is what is required, we do this. If this is the unit plan, we go by the unit plan. If there are, at that time there were 2 sections, 3 sections, now we have 8 and 10 sections. So if there are 2 sections, and in both sections or in 3 sections, everywhere there's a different thing being taught. So how do you bring it to the same? How do you make sure that everybody does the same thing? Why is it that the parents want their children to be only in section C and not in A? Because the teacher there is doing something, she's creating some magic there. So why can't that magic be replicated in the other classes? So we started doing that, and once again I would say there are 2 people who I was reporting to. I report to one, anyway. So our school management committee chairman, our CEO, our director, they trusted me completely. It cannot happen if that doesn't happen. So they were by my side all the time, and they said, ma'am, please go ahead. So from, tests happening or exams happening for children in Yevo, Abhi, we don't have exams till class 8.
So you don't have exams? Okay.
There are only tests. Every Monday there's a test. And a test can be your assignment from home, which you will speak about, because everybody knows ChatGPT and Gemini and everything else has become so common these days. So more to do with, your interaction with people. So everything is, say, we have the Lok Sabha we have for history exam, or for in classes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have Model United Nations, and we have, classwork, homework, behavior, everything. There's a mark for their English. You have role play, and then you have theatre, and you have theatre in education, and then this, that, and the other.
Experiential. That's one of your hallmarks.
Also, there is a rubric for everything. There are rubrics for everything, and everything is group work. And yet, there is an individual rubric for everyone. So, this has taken us a lot of time, but once again, we've all sat up till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and we had a group of people who were all very, very passionate about this.
No, amazing. And having visited you and having your students here, I mean, heritage students stand out, and
I'm
as you said,
getting goosebumps now when you say that.
Proof is in the pudding, and I think you are doing a fab job of it. I mean, we are so blessed to have this opportunity to work with you and your students being here. And I think so. My final question, final 2 questions now to you. I mean, you have built this fantastic institution, such a nice community. What is success for you as a school leader at Heritage? I mean, now 2 decades of how do you define success? I mean, as I started this conversation, I said otherwise most of the time schools define success by number of IIT admissions and medical admissions, and that's it. I mean, what would a Heritage student or success look like for you?
So, you see, the school is very well known for its academic curriculum and for its co-curriculars, sports, activities. However, year after year, and this year again, we have Arav Banka, who's got 100% in ICSE.
Amazing.
India topper. We have Elena Rajkumar Udani, who's got 100% in ISC in class 12. Again, country topper. And in IBDP, we've got 45 and 45. Roshni Hamir Wasia, global topper. So and our school is not known that we push our children too much into academics. So,
even then you have all the
but this happens every year.
every year.
So this is where I feel if children are given a very happy environment where they participate in various things, and if the concepts are made very clear from the very beginning, from grades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're doing things with their hands, dirtying their hands with everything, well then there's, even in a pre-primary, everybody comes and asks me, ma'am, interviews are happening, ma'am, आपकी तो 2000 applications हैं, आप 120 बच्चे कैसे निकालेंगे उसमें से? So I tell them, हम तो भाई lottery करते हैं because cannot say no to so many people. How? However, the best part is कि हमारे बच्चों को लिखाते नहीं हैं हम. Everybody says, oh, they can write A to Z, they can write this. हम तो बच्चों को नहीं लिखवाते हैं. हमारे बच्चे तो वॉक करके कहीं फॉरेस्ट वॉक के लिए जा रहे हैं, झंडा देखते हैं तो उसके ऊपर 10 लाइनें बोल देते हैं. फिर कहानियाँ कर रहे हैं, सिंगिंग में तो फर्स्ट है सबसे आगे, मार्शल आर्ट्स कर रहे हैं. Then they're going up and down on, the sand, this thing, park is there. So they're going up and down on the sand park. They're doing a whole lot of stuff. They're jumping into the puddles. They're doing all kinds of things. And they turn out to be absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. I mean, learn by doing. And as you come from Calcutta and you were talking about Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore and his teachings, and he would be, if I'm sticking my neck out, but he will be proud of what you are trying to build at.
आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी, एक कहानी पढ़िए. It's called तोतार कहानी. पढ़िए. Totar Kahini is a beautiful representation of, how children today, and maybe even at that time, कि एक पैरेट को गोल्डन केज में रखा है और उसको मंत्र लिख लिख के उच्चारण करने के लिए they are feeding all the mantras written there, उसको खिलाए जा रहे हैं वो mantras, and he chokes on it. And he dies. So, when he wants to, actually the parrot wants to sing or do anything, they're saying, नहीं भाई, उसको तो मंत्र आने चाहिए, संस्कृत के मंत्र आने चाहिए उसको तो उसको लिख लिख के उसके मुंह में भरे जा रहे हैं. And he dies in the end, but he's in a golden cage. So, आप पढ़िए ये कहानी, तोतार कहानी.
And this, I think, thank you so much. I'll definitely read it. And I somewhere lament that the way, why don't we have more heritage in this country? I think, as we say, money is the byproduct of all the good things that we do in the society. Marks are a byproduct of all the love for learning that we inculcate in our children. If you are, when you say, if the child is happy and is learning, and there are systems and processes put in place that ensure that the learning is joyful, then these marks will come. That's bound to come. Why would it not? वो आएगा ही, उसका जब mark आएगा, हमारे 3 idiots वाले भाई बोल गए. So wow. So thank you so much. What a nice way to end our podcast. But also, before you go, we also want to talk about your experience at Masters Union. You have been with us, as I said, Intersect. One of the Intersect, you were here, and then your students are here, and we have been. My team has been going to your school. We have been hosting boot camps and workshops, and so. What is your, I know you are such a staunch believer in learn by doing, and we are all about learn by doing, but I'd love to hear maybe a few words from you on Masters Union as well.
So see, the ethos of Masters Union and the Heritage School seem to align with each other. And, this resonates with us. And I'll tell you one thing, the moment you spoke about this, So we participated in a competition very many years ago, and I'll use it for Masters Union, which is, last time when I'd come here, I saw the last day. There were 2 days I stayed
Yeah.
here, and the last day you had everybody exhibit, their products.
Drop shipping. Yeah.
Okay, so they were all there, and I was talking to each child I spoke to, and I have very vivid memories of each child. Somebody showing me a watch, somebody showing me, a scarf, somebody showing me, some food items. Some
All businesses that they're building.
They're
first
building.
year and second year.
So, this is something which this quote you must leave. You must make sure that this is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is teach a man to fish
Yeah.
and not give him fish curry.
Yeah.
उसको ये माछेर झोल and चावल नहीं देना है.
बिल्कुल.
Give him a hook and
Beautiful. Yeah.
everything and say, go
Now,
teach a man to fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
We have prepared
Fish.
him for life.
Yes, prepare him for life and tell him काम करना है तो, and everything that we do, किसी भी चीज में, the rubrics that we've made, it is all about effort and not about marks.
Wow.
कि आपने जितना एफर्ट किया और उसके बाद आपने फर्स्ट डे को अगर आपने दिस इज द डेट दैट यू हैव गिवन योर होमवर्क और योर असाइनमेंट और व्हाटएवर, यू गेट 5 marks extra for that. And each day you delay it, you get -1, -1, -1, -1, like that.
Very nice.
So there are children who are not very bright, but very diligent.
Diligent.
So how do you make sure that those children are given their due? Because अब मेरे पास इतना दिमाग नहीं है, IQ लेवल नहीं है ठीक, लेकिन मैं बहुत मेहनत करती हूँ. तो उसका बेचारे बच्चे का क्या?
उसको भी, yeah, you have to show a part to that child as well.
Absolutely. And I've seen in life, if it's a combination of intelligence and hard work, it's like a cherry on the cake, मजा आ गया.
Absolutely.
But if it is between only intelligence and only diligence,
Yeah.
I say diligence
Diligence works. Absolutely.
better than only intelligence.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am. What an honor to have this conversation,
Not
and
at all.
to have you here
Such a
with
pleasure.
us.
I hope I didn't disappoint you.
No, it's fabulous. Fabulous conversation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.